Assalamu alaikum and a namaste. As he introduced me, I'm Nafisa Moluboy, the Managing Director of the Moluboy Group of Companies. A special shukran to Maritime Standard for giving me this opportunity to present before such a distinguished audience. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Moluboys are a 120-year legacy company. We endeavor to be a one-stop shop for our marine customers. We are based in India and the GCC. We have several verticals, one of which is the supply and servicing, and now we have even entered manufacturing of LSA equipment. We do life raft servicing, lifeboat servicing, firefighting, and cargo gear testing. Based on our experience in this segment, I have dedicated my presentation today to LSA servicing, its resultant failure if carried out incorrectly and unprofessionally, and have taken the liberty to suggest a possible solution. My topic, therefore, today is a tanker's true north, LSA readiness. On a more serious note, I would like to share with you a tragic incident that took place not so long ago and close to home. On 16th of May 2021, Papa 305, a barge, sank during Cyclone Taukte in Mumbai High. The barge carried 261 people. 186 people survived. 71 people died. Why? How? Surprisingly, the investigation report cited the substandard and incorrect servicing of life rafts as the main cause for the loss of life. The picture that you see on the photograph that you see on the screen is that of Rahman Sheikh, age 48 years. He was the chief engineer of Papa 305, and he recounts his experience. His key quote is 14 life rafts had holes in them. There was a miscalculation on the captain's behalf and that of the company. We carry out life raft servicing, as I said, at my station. This is an instance where a life raft from a tanker vessel had come to us for servicing, and on opening the life raft, we found that the whole suite of pyrotechnics, that is smoke floats, hand flares, and rockets, were redated and relabeled. You can see the OEM confirming the same in the letter attached. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not an isolated incident. We see it time and time again. My humble advice to this very powerful audience is that if you use tampered and redated pyros, you won't live to regret it. I also want to share with you a short video which my engineer, when he went on board a tanker for the inspection of the fixed CO2 system, has taken on his iPhone. If you can play the
In this case, this cylinder will not operate, and also after this cylinders will also not operate due to the hose has been broken here at this point. This is a pilot operation, and the condition of manual operation is also very bad. In other cylinder, it is trapped, tangled.
This, I believe, is the result of the L1 phenomena, lowest offer received, which is so prevalent in our industry today. I firmly believe that the bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten. This is another video which illustrates the same point. Incorrect LSA servicing can actually jeopardize lives at sea instead of saving them. So what is the solution? At this August gathering, I humbly implore the tanker industry stalwarts to seriously consider the codification of LSA servicing to ensure zero fatalities. We need a comprehensive framework combining maritime best practices with aviation safety standards. What is codification? Codification is to classify and arrange something in an orderly form, often by making it into a written code, like in the aviation industry. This codification should establish mandatory standards for the servicing and maintenance of LSA on tankers, integrating proven aviation practices with maritime regulatory requirements. The framework should address the gap between stringent IMO SOLAS requirements and actual operational implementation, targeting zero tolerance for equipment failures through systematic oversight, technology integration, and cultural transformation. I will expound 5 cardinal principles for the codification of LSA servicing for tankers, which I feel will make a difference. Principle 1, zero tolerance safety culture. Life-saving equipment must be flawlessly maintained. No commercial pressure should override safety ever. Principle 2, a 5-tier maintenance hierarchy. Daily checks, weekly tests, monthly inspections, annual examinations, and 5-yearly overhauls. Each tier with well-defined responsibilities, documentation, and verification. Principle 3, technology-enhanced vigilance. IoT sensors, predictive analytics, and digital twins supplement human oversight. Technology predicts failures 30 to 90 days in advance, optimizing maintenance. Principle 4, every step has a footprint. Electronic work card systems with step-by-step procedures, digital signatures, photographic evidences, and blockchain timestamps. In essence, complete traceability. In addition, only accredited service providers with certified and OEM-trained technicians should perform maintenance, much like in the aviation industry. Principle 5, proper training of crew. Remember, a competent crew saves lives. Maritime resource management training, scenario-based drills, type-specific equipment certification, and continuous competency assessment should be religiously carried out. Training ensures capability, not just compliance. I strongly maintain, in conclusion, I strongly maintain that codification can transform LSA servicing on tankers from compliance-focused to reliability-centered operations. By integrating proven aviation practices with maritime regulatory frameworks, implementing advanced technology, fostering a safety culture, and establishing transparent accountability, the tanker industry can achieve significant reductions in equipment-related incidents whilst actually enhancing crew safety and confidence. The success of this framework, ladies and gentlemen, depends on the unwavering commitment from all stakeholders: ship operators, service providers like myself, classification societies, we have so many of them in the audience, flag states, equipment manufacturers, and most importantly, the crew member themselves, whose life depends on these systems functioning flawlessly when called upon. The ultimate measure of success, ladies and gentlemen, would be zero fatalities due to LSA failure. That, my dear audience, would be the true north. Thank you.